averaged 20 points per game, just never wanted to come back. He never wanted to come back, or no one wanted, like, or did he just not, like, they didn't want him? Like, that's my thing. No, so, I don't really want to pull this fucking tweet up. I don't really want to waste my time, bro. I really don't. I really don't want to pull this tweet up. Like I said, I don't like the dude, bro. There's a reason. There's a reason why I don't like the dude. Like I said, bro. Bro. Oh, man. Like I said, bro. I'm pull this up. I'm pull this up once, and I'm done. Like I said, I'm gonna pull it up for you guys one time. Hang on. Let me move this real quick for you. All right. The tweet. This is what I'm talking about. You ready? I already pulled it up on stream one time. This is the last time I'm pulling it up. Like I said, the definition of weirdo. So, this is the definition of weird. Okay? Like I said, I'm not pulling this back up because I'm not looking at this. This man, bro. This shit, bro. This shit I'm talking about, bro. That's the reason I have this dude blocked. There's a weird. It's weird. Hey, bro, like, what the fuck is that, bro? Like, come on, man. Come on. It's just weird. It's weirdo shit, bro. It's weird. Anyway, let's get back into it, guys. Let's get back into it. Bro. I can't believe... Dude, I can't, bro. I can't. But anyway, let's get back to my top 10 steals. Let's go to number 1. The number 1's, like, I mean, let's work our way down. Let's add a couple names. So, let's go to season 1. Ooh, thank you for all those people who are going to bless me. Okay, ZDS has to come on here because ZDS has been great for years, bro. ZDS has to be on the list. I don't care. Like, ZDS definitely has to be on here. Let me... Where... Blazer 5. He's on Blazer 5. ZDS, I'm going to put at 10. I think that's fair. ZDS has to be on the list. Hang on. Sorry, I'm trying to find... Alright, so ZDS... obviously, you guys can't see the list right now. ZDS has to go on the list. Jomar? Shots? Walnut? You say Shots? I mean, that Shots Walnut? I think Jomar has to go on the list. Jomar can go at 9. Yeah, Jomar can go at 9. I think that's fair. Dini, Ox, Barton, Beezus. Yeah, we're going to construct this. This is a list that I don't think anyone's really been constructing. Jomar has to be on the list. I'll put him at 9. Dini's going to definitely be out there. But Dini was selected pretty high in his draft. Like, the craziest thing, Dini, yeah, in the season 3 draft, that's what I got to do too. I got to put the pick. I got to put the pick next to him. That's what I got to do. I got to, like, put their... So, Blazer 5 selected him in season 1, so hang on. I got to put the pick next to their name too. Like, to really show... Hang on. Yeah, Dini was a second round pick, so not... I wouldn't say Dini was like... All right, yes, he definitely played way above his where he should have been drafted. Like, but let's get the other steals out there first. Like, Dini played he played to his round. Like, I think... I don't know. I feel like he definitely played up to what he's supposed to. So, let me... What pick was Jomar? 97, round 6. round 6 pick 97. Dude, you gotta remember, Jomar was literally out of 102 people. Obviously, the season 1 draft went the way it was. But still, bro, regardless, the fact that Jomar was selected that late, bro. This is a guy. I'm gonna take like I feel like you have to rank, like there's different ways you can rank it. Hang on. I'm editing it right now. Give me a second, guys. Sixers. ZDS has to be one of them. Yusuf. Yeah, Yusuf's actually a pretty good one. Let me keep doing this real quick. I'll show you guys how I'm editing it. Is ZDS a bigger... ZDS has to be above Jomar, though. Hang on. What pick was ZDS? He was 89. Because... Alright, so I'm going to show you guys how I'm doing it. Let me take this off the screen real quick. So I'm doing it kind of like this. So I'm laying it out like this. I definitely think that ZDS has to be right here. Like, what are you going off? You go off a mixture of winning. They exceeded their draft spot, so like Spartan's definitely on there. Jomar, like I said, like the amount of people that passed on, like he exceeded. Well, it has to deal with their success though in that franchise. So is Jomar really that? Jomar didn't really do much for the Blazers. He didn't do anything. I don't know if Jomar can be on there. That's the only thing. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. So I guess it has to prelude to their that year's draft. So GDS definitely was a draft steal. Yeah, Jomar wasn't a steal. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I'll take Jomar off. Let me see. Is there anyone in this season? I don't think anyone else in round 6 was like crazy. Promeister, Grant Monster. Type has to be on the list. Idris had a fucking triple double. Like, it has to be Idris. Idris has to be there. You can't. But Idris isn't in the league. Idris definitely has to be on here, though. I don't care. The guy went. Obviously he is an NBA2KLeague champion, all that stuff. But like I said, round 5. Went from unknown to known. Like, we know, like, the only reason he's outside the league is show the 3rd round. I got you. Hang on. Hang on. I'm adding Idris real quick. Idris. Like, it kind of it has to be based off of that, right? Like, I don't know. Like, it's tough what you base it around. Like I said, it does have to be based off like their season that they had with the org, like when they got drafted, right? What is that a fair assumption? I feel like that's fair. Shots should be number 1. We'll see. Shots might be number 1. Like I said, I'm adding. Here, I'm gonna keep letting it play. You guys can here. I'm gonna keep letting the draft picks play. I'm gonna keep adding people. Chat, you kind of tell me if there's like someone I'm missing. I'm just gonna keep adding people. Definitely, I have to have Idris on the list. Perfusion was a dog that year. Who was the biggest steal? Every year has to have a big steal. Like, hang on. Season 2. Who was the season? I'm sorry, I just want to go through this real quick. Hang on. Season 2. Reese the God at 54. This is when he got... Reese the God, that's tough because then, like, people got retained. Just list players and narrow down. Thanks for the follow, Ruben. Appreciate it. Yeah, biggest steals. I mean, like, do we put Reese and Yusuf? Because they got drafted twice. Kuda steal. I feel like we have to do overall performance in the league. I feel like you can't just, like... Because, yeah, like, they got drafted... Like, they might have not performed great. That, J Money at 52. Yeah. Yeah, he won a championship that year. Put their first year. So should I like put you like Yusuf? Well, that's the Yusuf got drafted to the Kings at 54. That's when that's ever since he's been playing for the Kings. Like when Yusuf first got drafted, where was he drafted? Because Yusuf was drafted to the Raptors, right? He had to be drafted. He was drafted at 45. Damn. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Put Yusuf King's pick. That's what I'm saying. Reese was selected to... Damn. Hang on. Like, this round was a fucking... These 3 picks, back-to-back, were fucking huge. Like, these 3... Like, J Money definitely has to be on here. Like, he has to be. J Money definitely has to be on here. Hang on. Let me add J Money. J Money has to be on here. We'll keep thinking of names, and then we'll kind of rank it. We might have some honorable mentions, to be honest with you. But J Money has to be on here, especially for where he like I said, he changed them. He completely changed them. Like, holy shit. That's crazy to think about, though. What pick is it? 52, round 3. Sorry, I'm just typing this in. Season 2. You know, all I'm gonna say for all the content creators, please do not do the same exact thing as I'm doing right now. Yes, it's duplicate. You can do it, but please don't post it tomorrow. Just to all my content creators out there, please, for the love of God, I don't care if you do other content. Just please don't do this like right after I do it. No one's done this for years. Please don't do this. Like, it's gonna annoy the hell out of me. Timely Cook. Yeah, timely. That is like, but time. You definitely you kind of have to go all time. Like, you can't even just like. I feel like these are good so far. So hang on, I just want to take this off. Timely, like, yeah, Timely has to. Like, this is how I'm doing it. Like, I'm laying it out like this. Like, do you guys think this is like a good way to set it up? I think this is a fair way to set it up. Like, you have to I'm gonna make their picture a little bigger. Hang on. I swear, bro, if I see a content creator do this tomorrow or within this week, I'm gonna fucking flip out. Like, bro, you guys can do any type of content, but if you do this content, I'm gonna fucking flip. You can do. I don't care if you do it in 2 or 3 weeks. Don't do it tomorrow. Don't do it within this week, because that literally waters down everything I do when I do this. It's so fucking annoying. Use was round 1 or round 3. Yeah, it's hard because like those guys have been drafted multiple times. So I think that all right, so like right now, Yusuf's current team is the Kings, and he's done everything that he's done on the Kings, right? So I feel like Yusuf has to be on the list. I think even like Type has to be on. Like I feel like you kind of have to do all times. No, it's not even just Zonix. It's multiple people, dude. Like we all do it to each other. I do it sometimes, and I've realized that, and that's why I'm taking like I said, I'm not going to sit here and act like I haven't done it. Like I didn't meet. I don't always intentionally do it. Like there's certain content, yeah, that should release at the same time, but don't release like don't have someone make a piece of content and then the next day you're doing that. Like do it a day or two later. Like give it some space. Yusuf isn't a draft steal. Is shots a draft steal, Frank? Yo, cousin Spartan with subscribes with Prime. Yo, appreciate it, man. Appreciate it, Spartan. Bro, why is your name Cousin Spartan? Why did you make it Cousin Spartan? That's a like serious question. Anyway, let's keep going. I'm gonna pull out I need to pull it up. Who was another one that we were thinking? You can't be a draft steal coming off a bad year. Just my thoughts. Bear? No, Bear was a fucking first round selection. Like he definitely dropped. Like you could say a Radiant's a steal, but no, like I could do you could do like you could do round by round steals in a way. Like with first round, you could do like a thing called first round steals. Timely and Bear has to be top 5. Bear got selected at 11. Like yes, he dropped. Yusuf and shots came off bad years. Yeah. So, I'm just curious, Frank, like, how do we wait, like... Yus did win Defensive Player of the Year. But... Feast is definitely a steal. Where did Feast get taken? Feast is definitely a steal, but where did he get taken? Round 3? 48, damn. That's crazy. Sure. I might have missed it. That's my bad, turn up. 48. Yeah, it is rigged. Yeah, it is kind of rigged, the season 1 draft. That's a good point. That's a good point, Adam. It's definitely a good point. It's fair. That's fair. GG. Like, shots and Timely dropping in the draft was due to that. You know what I mean? Timely was at PG. Like, if you drafted Timely, he had to be at PG. Marcus at 50? Jeez. You know Marcus is an all-time leader in steals in the 2K League. I found that out. I was earlier, Adam. I don't know if you were here, but we were going through it, and literally, hang on, let me do this. He's number 1 all time in steals. Isn't that wild? Hang on. He got picked at 50. Hey, let me get some names on here. But Bear shouldn't be top 5 steal. Like Bear should be Bear was projected to be high. He just fell a little. It's not like Bear got selected late. Like Bear didn't get selected like super late. Like he was definitely a steal. Like Radiant was definitely a steal. Like I don't think they should be on the higher end though. Like yes, they won a title and they dropped, but like they were like you could say Kina dropped, and Kina was definitely like huge one. Mama's a huge steal. Mama has to be on there because he's like literally, like Mama got selected in the second round at 29. So 29 people like were selected in front of Mama. So like, I think Mama's the latest MVP ever. Like he's the MVP. Mama isn't a steal. Season 1 draft. Damn, you were one pick away from fucking Mama. Isn't that crazy to think about? But Adam, people still picked people over Mama. Yeah, no. Biggest bust list. I'll do that. If I get like 2 subs, I'll definitely do that. I'll do my top 10 like biggest bust list of all time in 2K League history. That one's a little that one gets spicy. That one gets spicy. I'll do that for like 2 subs. But let's finish this top 10. Let's finish this one. That one biggest bust. I know people. I don't think we should go off season 1. Mama not a steal for season 1. It has to be like round 5 or 6. What about this? You don't think Reese is a steal here or Feast? Do you think Feast is a steal? You don't think God of 2K is a steal? Type. You don't think any of those are steals? Seam at 68. He didn't do anything until season 3. That's a good point. So, like, it preludes to that season, right, where they were drafted. That's kind of what I was saying. Idris has to be a steal because he literally went to the championship, right? Fred at 73. Idris is definitely... ZDS has to be on there. So the only ones I could think of, Frank, off of this year is ZDS and Idris then. If you're basing it off of that, like, those are the only 2 people that, when they got drafted into that existing season, they performed. Like... No, Jomar didn't play good until season 3, Ruben. Adam, he didn't play good until season 3. Jomar didn't start. Jomar played like 2 games. No. I know what you're saying, Adam. I said the same thing. You got to base off that season. Yo, Adam just biased with the Pistons, I swear. He's got all these Pistons players. Season 2, we had to go off round 3 and 4, right? This round's fucking atrocious. There's not a single person in this round. This round, I don't think most of these people are in the league anymore. This round. This round is, I think that this is like where Yusuf, wasn't he all defensive team in season 2? Was Yusuf? Hang on, I have to look at that. What was the awards in season 2? I have all the all-time awards for the NBA2K League. Hang on, let me. Awards. Hang on. Let me see something real quick. I have. By the way, your boy Champ keeps track of everything. I'm pretty sure he was, if I'm off the top of my head. Yusuf was all. Wasn't he like inside? He was one of the top defenders in season 2. I'm pretty sure. I know everyone knows season 3, but hang on. Let's add. The only awards season 1 were, well, I only have these ones for Walnut. Hang on, let me add these. I need to add an awards slideshow, so I have them all in front of me. Give me a second. Because I have like everything for like season 2 first team. Yeah, so this is this was season 2. Hang on. This is season 2. This is the all first team season 2. This is the all first team. This is all second team. Type did really good in season 2. Yusuf got drafted that year. Yusuf has to be. Yusuf literally got drafted at 53 and was all defensive team. No, like Yusuf has to be on there. If I'm being honest with you guys, Yusuf has to be there. Yusuf has to be steal. He was literally all defensive team and got drafted at 53. Yeah, no, I'm throwing Yusuf on there. He's got to be. Yeah, but like, who do you count? But you can't just put like a few people in that category, Frank. I know what you're saying. I totally understand where you're coming from, Frank. But like, from like, you say full body work, but then like, if you do that for one person, you kind of have to do it for everybody. Like, Type's full body of work, right? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like if you're gonna do that, like I said, that year Yusuf was drafted at 53. He went and got all defensive team. The year Jay Money was drafted at 52, he won a 2K League championship. He was traded from a team. So he arguably, like I said, he has to be on that list. Like, Yusuf has to be on this list. Especially the fact that Yusuf, like I said, ever since this draft, he's turned into an all-defensive player, right? He's been literally an all-defensive player. So, like I said, everyone's going to have their own arguments for where, who's a steal and who's not. I think that the fact that Season 2, we had a guy literally in the 3rd round become all defensive team. He's a huge outlier compared to most people. Like, how many people? There's no one else I don't think that's ever, like, in their preluding draft, right? Like, obviously we didn't have an all defensive team Season 1. I'm curious if the 2K League honestly should go back and like rank an all defensive team just so, because I feel like the fact that we didn't have that Season 1 kind of sucks. Then DRIBBLE steal, drafted last, and got retained. No, but Yusuf's got to be on the list. Let me add the last thing of awards on here real quick so I can see all awards. ESPN report, NBA2KLeague info, awards, season 3. All right, so these are the. Let me just put this here. Okay. Perfect. All right, now I have all the awards on my stream. Let me go to season. Let me just I'm just adding people who were awarded, right? So, this is the all rookie team. All these rookies were selected high. These are literally, I think every single one of them besides Bread. Bread you could consider a steal in a way. All first team last year. All these guys were selected high in season 1. Look, there's Yusuf again. Timely was selected top 10. Is Zay Bucks a steal? He has to be a steal, right? Zay has to be one of the steals, right? Ramo a steal? I feel like he has to be in that conversation. Ramo worth a bag of chips. Hang on, sorry, I haven't been reading the chat as much. My bad, guys. Red is a steal. Well, like, there's like tiers to it, right? Like, yeah, Yusuf was fighting for his life, but he still like, I feel like when you're drafted somewhere, you play way above your grade, right? So if you're in the 4th or 3rd round in this, like, you're being drafted as like a bench player or a starter, like you're drafted as one of their last starters, and you make all defensive team. You play way above your draft, like where you got drafted. Let's being honest. Like I think that's like, but yeah. Season 3 Bash is a sleeper. Yeah, that's fair. Again, like I said, I'm trying to think of other people. so far, so this is let me put this away real quick. So far, like I'm not. This isn't in order yet. So we have I have season 1 got a 2K. Got a 2K was still great, and he was still a great defensive player of the year he was drafted. Yusuf, the year he was drafted in season 2, he ended up becoming an all defensive player. Like, steal is a weird term, but at the same time, like I know what you're saying. Like, okay, coming into a draft, a player's value is really high, right? And we all all right, we go back. Let me pull up the old drafts again. So we go back to the old drafts, right? You could argue Sherm was a steal in season 2 at 25, right? Wouldn't that be fair? The fact that he dropped that far, Seam was coming off a bad year, so that's why he kind of dropped. But greatest comebacks. So the criteria for this, okay. So let me think. I mean, I have to think of the criteria on how we're going to do this. So steals are last 2-round people. You're not a steal in the first and second round. Yeah, I agree. Like, that's the thing. Like, are you a steal? Like, yo, Colt. I didn't see your host, Colt. I love you, man. I appreciate you, Colt. I think you can be a steal if you drop in the first. I think steals can be first round. Do you guys think that the only way you can be a steal is if it's your first season? I'm just curious. Like, do you guys think that we should only do it based off your first season? Because that would change it all. Reg was literally. If we go to Reg, let me go to the season 3 draft real quick. Reg was selected fucking late, dude. Like, we look at this draft. Spartan's got to be on the. And Spartan's got to be on here, right? After the year he had, Spartan got selected at 63. Like, he got selected at 63. Is Spartan on the list? Beezus was good in this year where he was drafted. But that's the thing, Strainer. We were saying this. Yo, what's up, Bash Pops? Yo, by the way, guys, if you haven't checked out the Pops and Shots podcast, check it out. I think they just put it on. I was trying to listen to it. I'm gonna listen to it on Apple. I need to listen on what do you call it? Apple Music, because I can't. Whatever they had, I couldn't listen to it on. I gotta go listen to it, bro. But make sure you guys check out the Bash and Pops podcast. I was like, I kind of listened to like the first couple minutes, and it's like I said, I gotta listen to the rest of that. But yeah, where was it going? Certain play, yeah. But let me think. Where were we at? Anyway, steals. So we're right now we're working on NBA 2KLeague draft steals. Spartan is a steal. Yeah, I agree. Spartan's gonna go in here. Spartan, can you send me another freaking picture of yourself, please? For the love of God, please send me another picture, because the picture I have of you right now it's I don't know, man. I need another picture of you. Yeah. Where's Gross Gaming? I need another picture of you, Spartan. This picture kills me every time. Ugh. Yeah. Spartan was selected by the Mavs. Season. Hang on, I'm editing it right now. Spartan definitely has to be on the list. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, he has to be on here. Just because he was literally selected in the last round. Control C. Power 4. I mean, whatever. Okay. Let me see something. Alright, so I'm still iffy. Like, you again, Yusuf, yes, like, go back to Reg. Oh, you want? I'll pull it back up. I'm just spitballing some names. Shots went third, season 1. Shots will probably be on here. Shots will definitely be on here. Wait, 100% steal. Yeah, no, Spartan's definitely Spartan is like, you have to have Spartan on the list. It's gonna come down to next, like, okay, who's the bigger steal? That's like, let me get some names on here. Like, he was season 3. Round 4. What was it? 50 set. Did he get selected 50 set? Spartan, was it 57? Wait, what was it? I keep forgetting. 63. Holy shit. He was literally one of the last players to get drafted, dude. That's wild. Spartan definitely has to be on here. FT and chess, undrafted, replacements. Go round 3 of the draft. I got you. Hang on. There's definitely there's like you could argue Jake. You could argue Jake. I don't think anyone else in this round, to be honest with you. No one else in this round besides Jake. That round was fucking hideous. Second round. Awkward. That's Reese was literally a top shooting guard this year, and he got selected at 42. You want the biggest steals, LOL. He was drafted 57. Beezus literally got selected at 57 though, and he performed really well. Yeah, I got you. Hang on. Oh shit! I went to the. Hang on. Shit. This is red. So there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He was the 10th PG off the board. That is fucking pitiful. Holy crap. Wow. I might have to put Reg on there. Reg, I know we talk about like round 1, because let's be honest, guys, certain positions aren't going to go later rounds, right? Like, there would be no PGs on here. You gotta have to weigh that in too. Like, PGs are projected usually first round, right? Like, you can't really. I'm putting Reg on there, dude. Reg literally fell. Oh man, that's where you put the argument. That's a good. Now I kind of see what Frank is saying. Yeah. I see. Reg. $10 PGs off the board and Rookie of the Year. Dude, that is arguably, that might be one of the biggest steals. Like, I know that's, maybe I'm capping a little, but guys, seriously, bro, like, we have to think about that. He literally had Ted, he sat there, like, you know, we talk about, like, the NFL, right? And you, like, see, like, quarterbacks that are just sitting there waiting to get their name called. And when we think of Tom Brady, right? All the quarterbacks that got their names called, and he went and won he's Tom Brady now. You know what I mean? Like, we know who Tom Brady is. Like, I'm sorry, dude. The Bucks, like, Bear probably has to be on there. Let me go to. I probably have to put Bear on there. If I'm gonna put him on there, I have to put Bear on there. Let's go to season 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 PGs were selected over NBA 2K League champion. Like 5 PGs, I should say. Well, actually, Styles was drafted to play PG2 technically, so that's 6. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, he's the 6th PG. Yeah, I don't know. You're telling me you don't think that Adam? You don't think any first round selections can be? You don't think any first round selections can be steals? But Timely can't be like Timely didn't like in the year he was drafted. It's not like he like played way above like the Timely we know that like was great. He was selected at 11, right? Like technically Timely can't be like in season 1 too. It's so tough because Timely wouldn't drop in reality if the draft wasn't set up like that. So that's what makes it so hard about season 1. So season 1 is like a outlier. Like you can't really use. Dude, Reg Lilly was rookie of the year. Bash, I don't think can be on there because he like we have to realize like yeah like don't get me wrong he was good like Bash was good but like we're talking about a guy that literally won rookie of the year and there was a gap. It wasn't like I don't like Bash was average. I don't think like if we're being real we got to be real with ourselves. Like I don't think Bash can make it on that list. Like that like again every PG played great but he literally won rookie of the year. Brought the Bucks to their first playoff appearance ever. You know what I mean? We do got to realize how impressive Reg was in season 2. Like he literally brought an organization for the first time to playoffs, won rookie of the year, and had 10 like he was the 10th PG off the board. That's impressive. That's enough for me to say he's got to be there. And then Kina on there. If a player drops, if he's a bust. If a player drops and doesn't perform, is he a bust? This list. Here's my season 2 bust. Oh man. Well, I feel like Reg would be up here, right? He would have to be like Reg has to be in the conversation and Bear. See now this is a champ topic. By champ logic. Splashy was better than Reg to me, to be honest. Oh, I mean, I told you if I get 2 subs, I'll do the top 10 bust list, and that's not a hard one. I feel like the bust list is going to be easier. That one will definitely be easier. I guess Malik is a steal. Champ Bayless, baby. Champ Bayless back. I never left. What do you mean? Just take the number 4 picks every year, and there's a. Yo, Adam, bro, stop! Oh my god, dude, that's fucked. Oh no, man, that's fucked. That's so fucked, bro. Oh my god, he really pulled that one out. Oh man, dude. I mean, guys, like I said, for me, my judgment, like I said, if you're selected in these later rounds and you perform that year, and that's how I view you as a steal. Like he literally, like J Money is a bigger. Would you argue J Money is a bigger steal than Bear? You got to, right? He's an NBA 2K League champion. He was part of the. He helped lead that team. J Money is a bigger yeah. So J Money would be a bigger steal than Bear. Like I don't know. Like I feel like I'm just saying like yeah, like that's based off that chip. Race to God didn't perform in that year, so I have a hard time putting a first round. I do understand with Reg. The rest of these guys all have like the Reg is the only one like I said, it's tough because like he's not like everyone else has their, like, you know what I mean. He's the only one that's looking in the first round. That we'll never know that though, Kev. Like Kev, we're never gonna know that. You can't say that. Like we'll never know. Like that's a really big hypothetical. Like that's a big. If he's never traded, would he be a steal? We don't know. Yeah. No, I know. I know you're just asking. I'm just saying, like, I'm answering your question. I'm not trying to, like, I'm not attacking you. I'm just saying, like, he's not, like, Jake at 52 is definitely a steal. I'm putting Jake on here. Jake literally came into that season. Hang on. Where's it? I'm adding Jake on here. Where am I at? Has to be draft grade rosters 3. Let me see. Probably Reese will probably be added. Jake's still Jake's the bigger steal though. You select it later and perform very, you know, Reese will probably be on there. He's picking the lowest draft pick of every team winning team. Starter. Yeah, but Jake literally was like a top 5. Like, what do you mean? Kev was like both Reese and him were both like top 5 in their positions, like statistically. Jake has to be on the list. Like, that's just my opinion about it. Wait, Fiona, what do you mean doesn't have to be? Jerry thought he'd be good, Frank. Oh, man, I know Adam's smiling right now. Hang on. Jake has to be in that conversation. Is it 52? I can't read it on my screen right now because I have a million tabs pulled up. Let's open this. This is going to be an interesting graphic when I post it. There'll be a lot of debating on this graphic. Like I said, dear content creators, please, for the love of God, do not post the same exact thing. If you post the same exact thing, you're blocked. It's that simple. You could post it. You could post mock drafts. You could post all this stuff for this content. No one's actually ever done this. B Rich didn't play. Can you say Safety? Well, we can't say it yet until the season's played. Like, these ones are all, like, I could do my season 4 steals, but that would be a separate entity. You can't do that because they haven't played yet. Like, I know what you're saying. Like, he hasn't played yet. So, like, I can't say those guys are steals. Like, these guys literally, that's why I'm saying, like, it has to be based off of what they did in that season where they were drafted. Idris, championship. ZDS literally was, like, a top shooting guard in season 1 and 2, kind of, but not, you know, in season 1, he was one of the top shooting guards. Obviously, he's one of the all-time top in winning. J Money won a championship. Obviously, he was traded. Feast, I mean, Feast was literally like an all-defensive player for the Sixers. I mean, obviously, he got taken expansion and all that stuff, but he was a great player for the Sixers when he was on the Sixers. Yusuf was all defensive team in season 2 when he got drafted here by the Kings at this pick. So everyone, like I said, I literally they have arguing. I'm giving you legitimate arguing points to why, like why they should be on here. Like ever since that pick where he was at the Kings, like he's been great. You know what I mean? The toughest people are the people who go back out in the draft, right? Like, those are tough because those guys go back out. Like, okay, they had a bad year and then they have a great year. You know what I mean? But they're still a draft steal, in my opinion, if they go out and perform above their expectation at their pick. So, that's just what I think. Maybe I'm wrong on that end, but... Like, Gotta2K is been... He got drafted by the Cavs, where he was, and he's an all-time stealer in the 2K League. He's all-time in steals in the 2K League for where he's selected. So, Gotta2K should be there. He was selected at 50. Like, and he's the all-time stealer. Like, there's guys who play lockdown and play his position that are still not to where he is. All-time stealer. Yeah, he's the all-time. He's the high. He has the most steals in 2K. Like, yeah, he won Defense Player of the Year. Like he owns several accolades to where he deserves to be when we're talking about steals. Yes, he is a steal. Like what accolades does Strainer have yet? Like I'm being honest, like I'm confused by these lists. Reg, I don't know. Reg won Rookie of the Year. He had 10 PGs selected above him. I don't know if he's super high on the list. Can you move the draft? Oh, crap. You guys can't see it. Hang on. I'll pull up. Let me move it. Okay. B-Rich should be on here, too. Strainer, that's so stupid. Like, you guys aren't making any logic. Are you trolling? Tell me that's a troll. Do you know, like, what? Is that a troll? If anyone in here thinks that B-Rich is a all-time steal, then, like, no offense, like, he didn't get to play. Yeah. Idris should probably be Idris should be up here. Idris should probably be number 1. You can't be, you ZDS number 2. Yeah, ZDS was selected fucking 89. There was 89 people selected in front of him. That's fair. Those two are fair. Anyone else? Like, Gotta2K, I think Gotta2K at 3 is kind of fair. Marcus is on top. J Money's. I mean, Shots has got to be on. I'll put Shots on here. Shots has to be on here. I'm not trying to base it all of awards, but some guys, yes, like their awards single-handedly. There's a reason they got the award in the first place. We got to start there. That's kind of like that's where we have to start. Shots performed on the best team in the 2K. Like in season 1, Shots was on a 14-2 team or whatever, 14 or whatever. You think Bear and Reg should be on there? But if they're on there, they got to be like 9 and 10 because we got to understand that like they still got selected high. They got selected where they belong. Then Keena should be on there. These guys still were unknown names. These two literally got selected and no one knew who they were, and they ended up performing. Like, that's the same thing with Feast. No one can sit here and act like they knew Feast like that. There was, like I said, 53 people were selected in front of Yusuf. With this champ, you're really looking for role guys that turn into close to franchise guys. Damn, a lot of people dropped. Yeah. Feast has to be on the list. Like, J Money definitely has to be on here. J Money, I think, needs to be higher. J Money won a title. J Money literally went on to win a title. He was a big portion of why they won that title. Titles are big, right? Like, we got to look at impact. Feast literally was. I mean, Idris was a huge impact for their title run. The biggest steal the Wizards could have possibly had in season 3, because, like, all right, we look at because then you argue the Wizards, right? You're gonna be like, okay, so who was the Wizards' biggest steal? Because they won a title, right? We had, like, because you might have to argue that. Nudini at 37, but Nudini already was like one of the winningest players of all time. Nudini at 37 in season 3 is a huge steal. We got to realize that this guy was the winningest player in 2K League history, and he got selected at 37 in the season 3 draft and went and won a title. Is Nudini in that category? Because he dropped like a fucking shit ton for no reason. What, he had a little bad, he had a subpar performance in the finals defensively. Awkward. Nudini isn't a steal? How is Nudini not a steal? They got him so fucking late. Nudini shouldn't have been that late. He played in the league already. Yeah, but that's even better. There's only 4 rounds. Like a Delta flight. 37 doesn't sound late. If I told you that the most winning player in college history, college basketball history, dropped to pick 37, you guys don't think that'd be a steal? Like a player that literally goes out there and wins. You guys don't think Nudini should go round 1 based off of his accolades? The guy literally came off of fucking losing the championship and went 2nd round. He went off losing the championship, got selected in the 2nd round, went to go win a championship. What do you mean, where should he have gone? Oh my god. You guys, like that logic that it has to be their rookie year. You're telling so you're telling me that once you play in the league once, you're the only way that your steals in your presiding draft, the draft that you were in. Is that what you guys are saying? I don't think that I don't agree with that. I don't. Where should he have gone? So, where did Aka draft it? He got drafted in the 2nd round. He's right there. I'm trying to understand what is our definition? All right, we need one definitive. But we're going off that season. Gino. We have to think about the season that they were drafted in and what they did in that season that they were drafted in. That's the best way I think you can go off of it. Because obviously, yes, you can argue Kuda, right? But like Idris was like Idris literally was selected 77, and he went on to lead that team to a championship. He was a big part of that championship run for that roster. So in my opinion, like he has to be there. Like my thing is like Nudini was selected at 37, and he helped that team lead them. He helped get that team to a championship. You're mixing your own logic up. Oh no, yeah, he's a huge fucking snub. Can he be a steal if he's not in the league? Yes. The fuck? There's outside reasons why he's not in the league. What do you mean, phenom? That's whoa. No. Yeah, you can be a steal. People go undrafted for so many different reasons. It's not that he's not skilled enough. It's literally personality. Yeah, listen, Dave Fry could not be in the league right in 3 years. Dave Fry could not all right, like you could argue Dave Fry's fucking steal, but he didn't perform in the year that he was drafted. All about what you did that year. Yay, not a steal. He wasn't a top shooting guard. Ye's stats were solid. I can go back to Ye's stats. Ye was solid. Dude, I'm telling you, dude. Like, Ye was solid, but he wasn't like one of the best shooting guards. Well, the problem is everyone's definition of of a draft steal. NFL, let's up. NFL draft steal. Is there a definition? Let's see if there's a definition. Let's see if there's a definition. A player drafted at a low spot yet went on to have a stellar productive career known as a draft steal. So, a draft steal is conversely a player drafted at a low spot yet went on to have a stellar career. They were drafted low. Whether being, so do undrafted players have to be drafted? Oh, what the fuck? That doesn't make sense. So, yeah, we have to draft, so the only logic you can go off, I would have to take Yusuf off the list then. Everyone else falls under the logic. If we're going based off of their first season, that's fair. But if we're going based off of I guess we're just gonna. The only way you can do it is if you go based off their first season. So, but the only way you can really logically do a steal is if you like I said, everyone on here was a steal in their rookie presiding season, right? Their rookie year, they were a steal. That's the best way you could do it, right? Like Nudini, you can't have on here because he wasn't Nudini was Nudini didn't have his season he was in the league for 2 years. So the best way we can do it is if we do it based off of their first season. No, you can have Mark Strainer. You can have Mark. You can have Fee Strainer. What do you mean? Are you telling me Yusuf had a bad season 1? Are you telling me that Gods UK had a bad season 1? Feast has to be on the list. How much does it feel some if they never made a deep run or won anything? I mean, shit, dude. Chris Paul. Is Chris Paul a great basketball player? Yeah. Like, he wasn't, like, you know, like, Chris Paul never went deep or anything, so is he bad because he never went deep in playoffs or won a championship? Like, Chris Paul always loses in playoffs right away. Is he ass? No, he just individually does great at what he does. Like, is Chris Paul, like, I don't know, like, that... You just said what you... I'm, like I said, the only people that I would take... The only one I would take off is Yusuf. But like I said, I think it presides to the year you got drafted. What did you do in that year you got drafted? Like, yeah, you could have an old history, but Yusuf literally got drafted that year he got drafted in Season 2. The year, like, he got... yes, he's a Season 1 player that performed bad, and that's why he dropped. But he played way above his draft like where he was expected. Yusuf literally was an all-defensive player and has been an all-defensive player since he got selected in Season 2, Round 3, Pick 53. Like, Shots has to be on here because Shots like I'm gonna add Shots. Let me add Shots. Shots has to be on here. So Shots has to be on here. He should, oh shit. Yeah. Shots has to be on here. It's like I said. I don't like you're wait. Adam's funny. We gotta come to a definitive definition though. We have so like everyone has different fucking thoughts on how you label a draft steal. That's my thing. Like we have 20. I'm seeing 20 different fucking definitions. We have so many definitions for a draft steal. He gave it to the Cavs. Yo, Adam, I ordered a Pistons GT shirt in the mail. I'll make sure to wear it on stream for you soon. I got a plug. Someone's giving me old gear, Adam. It'll man, I'm gonna support you guys, man. You diluted the list by adding those 3. But Frank, Marcus performed in Season 1. So Frank, you're saying he doesn't belong. You're saying Feast doesn't belong. You're saying J Money has to stay. Yusuf doesn't belong because that's not his Season 1 draft. Spartan is number 4? But what does Spartan accomplish? He played good at the power forward, but... That's true. Not everyone can win a title. That's true. Not everyone can win a title. No, he's season 4. I'm not saying he has to win a title. But I feel like it's a little high for him. No, maybe not. I'll add Bear on here. I'll add Bear. I'm caving into it. I'm caving into the idea of Bear. Chess and FT did not play that well. FT played well. Chess, no. They literally did not play that well. FT played good. Chess played good? You think Chess played good? Do I have to pull out the numbers? Do I have to pull out the numbers? Because he was solid. He was solid. He wasn't bad. He was solid. You think Chess played better than most shooting guards? Is that what you like? If we're putting Chess in the overall picture, they're 5-2 with him. You guys are gassing him, bro. People gas up fucking Chess a little too much, dude. I love Chess, but people are gassing him. He helped Chalk a lot because Chalk didn't fucking already. Chalk wasn't already doing good. Bro, okay, no, you guys are gassing that. That's a little good. Maybe you can argue FT was really good, but FT's not a Steve. Nah, bro, that logic, no. What the fuck did FT do? FT, what? He won 2 games for the team that was already ass? Beast's move is a steal. Stamp it. I might as well take the all first teams for everything and just make them fucking steals. Like, that's why I like the criteria. Like, everyone has different. Everyone in this chat has different criteria. Bro, what do you mean the logic is insane? Like, are you kidding me? Bro. Dude. Bro. There's no way. Like, I'm trying to understand. Like, the problem is that everyone has. There's 5 different. I feel like there's like 3 or 4 different logics going on in this chat. But Strainer, you had a good season. They're really. Yo, am I wrong, Phenom? There's definitely. You went one champ logic. I'm about to just do my own, and then everyone else can have their own opinions. 10 players equals 10 logics. It still has to equate to winning. Have you had a winning season yet, Strainer? I'm just wondering, have you had a winning season? Dude, I'm gonna do it my way. Everyone can have their own list. I'm doing it my way. You know what I mean? Spartan. I'm doing my list. I'll do my list my way. You guys do it your way. I'm gonna move Spartan up because obviously he was one of the best power forwards at his position. Yusuf, all defensive team player, selected, you know, the 3rd round that year. I'm going based off of I'm going off my own. I'm gonna do, like I said, for me personally, everyone has their own logic on how they like I said, tonight I learned that everyone has a different definition of steals. Marcus and these two, I'm a little iffy about because Marcus kind of built up to, like, he was selected round 3 and he ended up becoming an all defensive player. He's an all-time in steals. So he arguably has to be up there. Like, he has to arguably be up there. I'm going to do my way. I'm gonna do it my way. Reg, I mean, he had 10 PG. He was a 10th PG off the board, so I think Reg is a bigger steal than Reg. I think is higher than people. I'm gonna put him higher than some people. These two I think need to be more near the bottom. Reg needs to be. I'm gonna put Reg right here. Put got a 2K right there. It's tough for Jake. Jake might not make, but Jake was on a 16-0 team. Is that a little recency bias? I'm not moving anyone in the top 4. I'm not. The top 4 is solidified. Yo, I'll do a bust list. I think some people want me to do my top 10 NBA 2K League draft bust list. I'll do that one. That one would be filthy. Like I said, 2 subs, and I'll definitely do that one. That sounds fucking. That sounds dirty. Champ Bayless, baby. Season 1. Kuda did win a championship, but then season 2 he fucking shit the bed. Idris was good all 3 years, I feel like. And he won a championship and played great in that year he won the championship. ZDS has been consistently good. He did have a little bit of an off year in the way, so. But either way, 2 seasons out of 3, he's been really good. J Money, I mean, he won a title. He was average that the next presiding year. Spartan, obviously, he had a really good year. He was selected at 63, so it was a little tough for him because we need more longevity with that. Just realized I have the pictures fucked up. Fix that real quick. Yusuf, I mean, this guy, ever since he got drafted in season 2 at round 3 for 53, he ended up becoming an all-defensive player twice. Let me do that correction. Let me double check. He was, yes, all-defensive team in season 3, and I'm pretty sure he's all-defensive team. Hang on. He's been all-defensive team twice. Wait. He was all second team and all defensive team, and he was all. Yusuf's has got to be on the list here. Like, yes, he played bad. He played himself almost out, but he still played way beyond above his pick. There's logic for why he dropped there, but did we lose shots again? No. I'm fighting demons to figure out. Jake might not make the list. But Feast might have to be taken off. Feast might have to be taken off. Feast is a steal, but he wasn't. I feel like that. Yeah. I'll take Feast off. If Feast goes, Mark goes. I think the best way you can do is, what did they do in the year they got drafted? That year. Got a 2K can come off, but Reg literally became Rookie of the Year. And he was drafted 10 PGs were after him. J Money won a championship. Spartan, I mean, he's one of the top power forwards in his year, and he got drafted as like one of the last picks. Yusuf, yes, Yusuf was he came back in another season, but Yusuf also, like that year he was drafted, he became an all-defensive player, and he's done it back-to-back. Ever since he got drafted this pick, I don't know if I should have him as high. Maybe I lower him because of that. Maybe Yusuf goes lower because he was drafted twice. I don't know if you'd rank Yusuf. Yusuf is not just most improved. You can't just say most improved.
Yusuf wasn't a steal? You guys don't think Yusuf's a steal? Because, guys, every year, 20 retained players, like... Alright, I took him off. I'll throw Bear on here. If I throw Bear on there, then Kena gets in the conversation. I need a shot. I do need a fucking shot. I'll throw Bear on here. Bear's not going to be high, though. He still got selected fucking super high. And so did Reg. Reg has to be below Bear. Wherever the order is, Reg has to be below Bear. Doesn't matter. Bear literally dropped for, like, Bear didn't do anything to drop. So wherever Reg is, Bear has to be right above. I think Bear needs to be like right above him. What pick did Bear get selected at? Let's get these stupid awards off. Was Bear selected at 11? He's 11. I always messed that one up. Pick 11. Season 2. I like Bear on here. That's fair. I think Bear on here is fair. I mean, the guy won a title and dropped way below what he was supposed to get picked at. Like, there's different criteria you have to like. It's kind of like some you have to have different like views on, right? You have different types of draft steals, right? Like you have the draft steal that no one's like. He was like a sleeper pick. You know what I mean? Like no one talked about. Bear was literally projected to go high and he dropped. So. And the thing is, there's gonna be people in here. There's gonna be people that comment on this, and they're gonna be like, "Yeah, no, you can't be a first round and be a draft steal." So, let me see something. So is Brett a steal? It's a good question. He is all defensive team. Malik performed very well, but he had like, I feel like the criteria for me, okay, my criteria for it is you gotta like, if you're a steal, I feel like all right, it's got to be like franchise changing, right? Like you gotta win, right? You gotta kind of win, right? So like that's why like some people might say like, okay, is Malik a steal at 21? Like, what we doing here? We're doing my top 10 steals. Harris, you want to come in and help me out with this? Or like Harris, you want to come in? We're doing top 10 steals in NBA 2K League history. I'm more than happy if you want to come in. The Discord's I'll open the Discord up. Actually, I want to open the Discord up. Let me open my Discord. I'm going to put the Discord in if you guys want to come in and talk about this. Because I'm seriously, like I said, I've been kind of, like, wish-washy with it. But, I don't know. I'm a little like I said, I like it. Like, there's definitely... Yeah, but he still won a title. Round 2, pick 34. I wonder who went at that pick, Dave Fry. They probably know. It's funny because every time you say that, I just know. Like, someone can say that pick randomly to me. I know who got picked at that pick, just because. Like, it's just, I don't know why. I'll be home tomorrow. Yeah. Copy. Do you guys want to come in the Discord? I'll open the Discord up for people here. I'm going to put the Discord link in the chat. If you guys want to come in, some of you guys are already a part of the ESGN Discord. It's the same Discord as it's been. I'm going to be in the ESGN panel. Let me open it. I'm going to put it in the chat for you guys. So if you guys want to come join, like I said, it's open chat. I'll drag you in. Just go into the Discord. I just put the Discord in the chat. It's getting wild in here. It really is. Yo, we got some hitters here right now, bro. It's like I said, we have different like views on how this goes, right? Like everyone has different views. When you guys join, just go into the ESGN green room for me. But yeah, when I look at this, like I said, these guys have to be near each other, right? They got to be neck and neck. But like the way you do, it's lit. It really is. Yo, it's like I said, we have a good time, man. But like I said, I mean, I'm very. It's tough. It really is tough because like there's so many different categories. I think the only way you can do it, really base it, is what did they do? Like, okay, if a player gets traded, right? If a player gets traded from another team and they go perform for another team, like they're not a draft. Like this is strictly draft steal. Like the term is NBA 2K League draft steals. So in the year they got drafted, were they a steal? Shots is gonna get on the list. Okay, god damn it! I'll put fucking Shots head on here just to. I did this before. I forgot to put it. Hang on. I got you. Because if I see Adam Rubin write Shots one more fucking time. But but how is Mamba not a steal? If we're putting Bear in Reg, how the fuck is Mamba not a steal? I'm serious. Like, how are we not putting like? I'm being honest. Like, how are we not putting Mama on here? If we don't have, listen, if we have Bear and Reg on here, how the fuck am I not a steal? Because when you got drafted in your, see, that's what I'm saying, Dave Fry. That like, there's so many categories. Like we're trying to figure out the definition of a steal. Like, we're trying to figure out, like, Dave Fry, what is your definition of a steal? $20 and 10. Did you really? I know you did good, but I didn't know you did that good. Yo, I've never seen people so divided on this though. This is crazy. Like, this is actually like, are we still like? I think the biggest thing. Reese, I agree with Reese mode. Reese was literally like, it. But do you put Reese mode or do you put Jake on there? Let me ask you that, Harris. I'm the one causing the division, Kev? Shut up. But the thing is, if you're going to add Reese, then you got to add Jake, right? Okay, all right. So let's make a definition, okay? Chat. We need a straight definition for this, okay? All right. What I'm gonna ask a question, okay? What is we're gonna make 3 bullet points, right? All right. I'd say a steal is a good player that falls way past where he's supposed to go. Okay. But then what is that? Then what do we then what is Idris, Jake? Nothing else to it, but what is Idris? Bullet point one. I'm asking. Bullet point one. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm going to make a bullet point right now. I'll make a shape. A little shape. We'll make a little circle for you. All right? We're gonna do it like this, okay? All right. Bullet point one. All right. We have to have we have to have a criteria. Let's pick a criteria. But Jake, Idris didn't drop to where like he became a steal. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, Jake. He became a steal. You can't be a steal. How is that? Frank came. Frank, like I do agree with that. Frank said though that Bears a steal because he won a title and he dropped in the draft. I don't. Like I said, all right. If we're going by the logic that first rounders can't be steals, right? These two are gone. Okay? So I'm trying to get the main criteria. Why is Reg a steal? Well, 10 point guards got drafted in front of him. That's why our logic was behind that. Yeah. If we, like... You're saying J Money wasn't a steal? Yeah, but he's still... So you're saying... But Harris, but by that logic, you're saying that... So you're saying that the only way they're a steal is if they perform... So, okay, so let's go to... We have to make criteria, guys. We have to have straight criteria. We gotta have structure, right, Harris? We gotta have structure, okay? So, they gotta be drafted by the team, right? Drafted by the team, right? They gotta play. Well, no. Let me ask you this: was Nudini a steal, Harris? Hang on. Is Nudini a steal? I need to ask you that, Harris. In season 3, like, because by their logic, but I have people telling me by logic, Nudini's not a steal. By the way, if you're not a sub, you're getting a fat 3-minute ad. So everyone else here as a sub, you don't get the ad. We're gonna keep going. But so. Yo, Harris throwing around demands. He doesn't want tag Frank and I. Oh, I got you both. Hang on. All right. I don't think I can hear you guys right now. Hang on.
Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you. Perfect.
All right. Well, we let a lot of people derail the conversation right now. Let's bring it back.
I'll see y'all in 3 minutes. I'm watching the net.
So the reason why J Money is a steal because on draft night and Champ, you was in the building.
Yeah.
We left that draft. What did we say? The steal of the night
was J Money. Yes, it was J Money.
Play the game was J Money.
Yes.
So even if you don't want to count him getting traded and winning the championship, he was the steal of the draft when we walked there. Everybody said Fame got an A+ because he was able to get a top tier PG in that draft in the 3rd round.
Yeah,
so that's why he's on that list. Now I'll make my argument for Baron Saint, and then we'll go there. So I mean Baron Reg. What you doing that today? Yeah. Mm-hmm. So if you are projected top 1, 2, or 3, and you drop down to 11 or 12, and then you couple that season with either a Finals MVP or a Rookie of the Year, that is a steal in the draft. Because if he doesn't perform in those two, if they don't perform in those two positions, they are going to be considered a bust. Correct? Mm-hmm. Right? By the criteria. But if Bear doesn't perform at 11, then that justifies his drop to 11, if that makes sense. So if he's a steal because he dropped and then performed. So that's why those two guys are up there. Now, I do think and I'll say my last piece, and I'll let Adam go. I do think ZDS should be above Idris, but that's when we get to that point, we can get there and do that. But I think you can't be 689, pick 89, and then you have someone that's round 5, pick 77 ahead of him. Like he clearly was the biggest steal in that draft.
But the thing is, Idris literally was a big part of winning that championship for that roster. Like both, like on both ends. So like he won a title and got like. And yes, arguably someone late, like you could say KPMR got selected late, but he wasn't a big part of like that team's success. Like Idris' stats in season 1, like I said, like obviously he was the first person to get a triple double, but his stats overall in season 1 were really good. Like overall, his performance like exceeded him, and plus on that, like he played a big part in that title. Like that.
Mr. Rubin, you were here. I want to know what you think about that. Cause I do think and I know we kind of going for a little bit further ahead, but would you have ZDS over Idris, or you would keep it like how it is?
It depends on if we're going on a single season or
body of work,
entire career. Like if we're doing body of work, then 100% ZDS higher. But if we're doing on single season, well, ZDS won tip-off, and the 76ers had a better overall season than the Knicks, but Idris showed up in the ticket tournament and in playoffs and helped them win, almost instrumental to the point in the finals where he basically brought everyone back when Kudu was struggling. So if we're going off just season 1, Idris. But if we're going off body work, ZDS. We're also forgetting expansion drafts.
True.
Because Feast was picked up in an expansion draft, and yes, Bear fell, but does Bear win that championship without Feast? Does he win it without J Money?
And that could be a whole other criteria for another list, right? Who was the expansion draft still, the top 5 in that? I do agree that we have to consider that too at some point.
And that's what makes it tough, though. But like the thing is, like if in this criteria, so we talked about Nudini, right? Like Nudini was in the league for 2 years. He fell all the way to 37, which I mean, it's not a big fall for a player in his position, but at the same time, coming into this draft, he was the winningest player. And he also like I feel like he dropped because he got blamed for the finals. He just came off a finals loss, right? Like so, like I don't know. I feel like that's kind of like okay. Like he came off a finals loss. Like why is he not selected in the first round? Reese got selected in the first round. Why shouldn't Nudini?
I think those players fall in a different category. I think the Yusufs and the Nudinis fall in comeback players. Right? They were down. They were out. They came back and performed. That's the comeback player list. That's why I think we confuse it when we try to add like people who already were drafted because we already know what you're getting from them. Everybody on this list currently right now, you didn't know what you were getting from them based on where they were picked. So that's what made them a steal.
Did we know that we were getting an all defensive player in Marcus?
You said Marcus. Me, nobody else. You're the only one.
If we're going body of work, Marcus is on there. If we're not going body of work, Marcus
you're the only one on the
and
God
if we're
2K
only
vote
going
right now.
with people who won with the team they got drafted on in the season they got drafted, J Money's out and Zay is in.
But even so, you still got to count his full season. He still got traded and still won. You got to count J Money's full season. And like I said, even if you don't want to count it, on that night when we left that building, Champions League, we always like, how the hell did he get J Money in the 3rd round? That was the biggest steal in that draft.
Yeah, like it should be your rookie season where you got drafted.
But the thing is, okay, your rookie season when you got drafted, but it also should be based off of how you played. Like it's easier for someone who stayed somewhere, right? Like so, like for Timely, if Timely would have been a king all the way up to now and did what he did, like it'd be different. But like you could argue, yeah, Timely could fall in the 3rd round or 4th round, wherever it was. And, part of that's obviously the system in season 1, which makes it really hard.
That's why you can't. With season 1, it got to be rounds 5 and 6 because people were drafting by position. The draft would be totally different if you could have drafted positionless basketball. So, that's why Mata was on Glow, not Mata, but he was right. Like, it's got to be rounds 5 and 6 for season 1, period. Like, you can't. That's why when you like 3rd round, like, Feast is like 3rd round. Like, in that draft, that's a steal for Feast, but not really. Like you expected him, like someone had to go 2 rounds before him. That team could have picked a PG, power forward. Like that doesn't make him a steal in that sense. Yeah, but Idris, go ahead.
I was gonna say, like Mama in the 2nd round, Mama's technically a steal by definition, but again, with the draft system, it's not. Shots in 3rd round is arguably a steal, but that's still super early. Same thing with Feast in the 3rd round. Like you go to round 5 and 6, to Frank's point, that's when you're getting people who, okay, these are the last players that we didn't necessarily deem valuable because there were better players ahead of them at the other positions. That's why we're taking this person in round 5. That's why we're taking this person in round 6.
So my thing is, though, if you're gonna have Bredge and Bear on a list, you have to have Mama on that list, though. Like that's what
I don't think so.
I'm fine with Reg. I don't think Bear is one of the largest deals. Granted, yes, he fell to 11 in season 2, but if we're using the logic that Reg was the 10th point guard picked, Bear was what, the 3rd or 4th point guard picked?
He was a 6th,
I
PG.
think he was a 6. He was a 6. So I think that's fair. That's fair if he's a 6.
But so who went ahead of him? Can you pull that up?
Yeah, I'll pull it up for you. I'll just say it out loud for you. Just give me 1 second.
Because like Bear obviously.
All right, you ready? BP, Styles, Vandy, Reed, Keena, and then he wants the 6th one at 11.
That's fair because all those teams needed a PG, and they purposely, when he was in the draft, he was dropping.
Yeah, I mean it, and I know you keep saying he forced himself to drop, but Keena at 10.
I know it's just hard because he forced to drop.
But Bear and Keena top 4. Like Keena easily could have gone 2nd. He went 10 because they knew he dropped, so they didn't. Same way Bear is top 4, Keena is top 4. Like both of them are snubs.
I mean, we could put Keena on there. I just wouldn't feel comfortable with it because he forced it. But I agree.
I definitely think Bear is lower on the list in terms of steals than Reg. Just based on, I remember how season 2 draft went, but by that logic, Bear should have gone top 4. So going to 11, cool. But Reg going all the way to 12 when Reg was number 1 or number 2, that was a surprise.
Yeah, and the hardest thing too, though, for PGs, no starting PG is going to go in like the later rounds, right? I'm not saying all of them, but like it's very rare. Most like the first round is like like in sports, right?
It's always going to be there.
Yeah, it's always going to be like that. QBs always go high, right? Like the fact that Tom Brady, what he did is just crazy because he's a quarterback, right? That's. I mean,
it's also tough because we've got 6 players. Like we've got 6 players. How many players are on an NFL roster? 60 plus. It's hard for us to say this person was a steal when we get 1 6th man. So for that aspect, that's why Jake's got to be on this list because Jake was drafted as a 6th man and came in and they helped him on 16-0. But that's where ZDS drafted a 6th man and leading with the 76ers in season 1. That's why he's on there. But it's hard to compare people to a Tom Brady. You're not going to pick up a point guard in the 4th round because there's not that much depth of elite talent yet, and we don't have enough roster spots.
So let's fix the list then, right? In terms of where we place people, I do think, to Ruben's point, we should be putting Bear and Reg to 9 and 10. Jake should definitely be number 5, if not 4. You can make an argument for him or.
But the thing is, what about Reese Mode? Like, do you put Reese Mode over him, or is it just because Reese Mode had a crazy season?
I don't know. I don't consider Reese Mode a drop. It's like it's weird because everybody kind of knew the Raptors were picking them, so it wasn't really like. I'll say this, right? When you look back at that draft, it's probably a drop because everybody before the Raptors pick could have picked those players. So maybe you could say it's a drop, but then the bigger drop in that would still be Legit's brother. Yeah. It still would be, not just brother. It would be Legit.
The biggest thing is looking at the positions in that draft and seeing how many people were drafted over that individual player. I feel like, because that's the biggest argument for Reg, right? He had 10, like Bear had 6, Reg had 10. Bear won a title. Reg was projected to go top 2. Like he was.
Like if we're putting Reg and Bear there, here's the larger issue. FT went undrafted and got taken after the draft when a player left. Chess went undrafted, got drafted after the draft when a player left. If you want biggest steals of the draft, they still did technically get drafted. They're on this list, so that's where we need to clearly define
window. I feel like it's hard.
A list of what we're defining. Steals in the draft.
I feel like the only issue with them is their window isn't like how many games did Chess play? Did he play the whole season? Like how many games did he play?
Yeah, he missed the 2 games that they lost.
He missed early on because of what was it?
Everything
the COVID protocol.
But no, when they started games, wasn't he there the first game when they started?
Yeah, he was there almost instantly. So he played 10 of their 16 games.
Mm-hmm.
When we was in the
Minimum?
final stream, yeah, he said he went 7. They went 7-4 with him, and they went 1-5 without him. That's pretty close to almost a large. That's a large percentage of their games.
Yeah, that's almost all except for probably the first one.
But
Yeah.
but was he better? Like, was he one of the best shooting guards in the league, arguably last year? Like,
Considering how many people got taken above him, yes. Like, the man went undrafted. That's 60-plus players went ahead of him.
mm-hmm.
The same thing with FT.
How many games
60-plus
play,
players
though?
went ahead of him.
Only thing with
FT
that,
only
right?
played
FT played a little less. I feel like his window's a little smaller. Chess, I get, but FT played such a small window. And
yeah, he was the last 6 games of their season. So FT didn't play half the season. He played a third.
Mm-hmm.
So FT makes sense on that one.
Yeah,
So let me say this.
Go ahead.
The reason why I don't want to go with Chess or Flacco or even FT, because not every team had a chance to pick them. They were circumstantial, if that makes a sense, right? So, but if we feel like every team had a chance and then they still got picked up later, then they can fall in that criteria. But I just don't think you can add them because they didn't have every team didn't have a chance to get those players when they got picked up, if that makes a sense.
Yep, yeah, they were in the draft pool and everyone passed on them, so that makes sense. Like, if every team had the opportunity to pick up a 7th player, I get what you're saying. That makes sense.
Yeah, Harris just said he wasn't drafted, so technically, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, Splashy wasn't drafted when he was new edition, and he got drafted a year after. Does that make him a steal? Can we go, like, who spent the longest time undrafted to then get drafted to make an impact?
I think, to your point, I think Splash is not a steal, but he locks in Reg being more of a steal. If that makes sense.
Yeah, 100%. I think Reg falling below Splash is what makes Reg a steal.
I also think most people projected Reg yes, a lot of people expected Jack.
Yeah,
he was top 2.
Yeah.
At worst top 3.
Yeah.
But it was between Reg, JBM, and Duck for that number 1.
Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I think that you'd have to, a lot of this, you kind of have to be there on draft day and kind of be like, all right, whoa, like, this guy in most eyes was supposed to be a top 5 pick, and he dropped. So him and Bear and Reg are in that category. I don't like, and then you get into the next category, right? Where, like, okay, now we're looking at people that weren't really expected to be good, but turned out to be really good, right? Like, so there's like 2 different types of steals, right? Would you agree? Like, there's
Beast has a good definition in there. It's kind of similar to what the other gentleman said earlier. He said a steal is someone who was unknown and fell beyond expectation and ended up being a top at their respective position that same year.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard because not everybody on this list is not the top at their respective position.
No, but I feel like the definition, like, there's a mixture. I think that you can have both. I just think that, like, yeah, like, okay, I think Bear and Reg shouldn't be high on your steal list, but they should definitely be there because they dropped.
And I think they should be 9 and 10. I agree.
Like, it's fair it's fair not to have them high, but, like, again, like I said, everyone in season 1, no one knew who Idris was, and Idris played way beyond his expectation, like, way beyond it. See, same thing with ZDS. ZDS was drafted as a 6, man.
I agree on that. So let's talk about the pick that Adam said a little while ago, and it's coming up again in the chat. Just Awkward's. Does he fall on that list?
I think Just Awkward's more of a steal than Dini. Obviously, Dini's now 3rd year, so people knew what he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
But I think Just Awkward is
it's a huge
instrumental to that team. Like, that's a massive steal, getting him at 30.
Yeah, he's one of the best 2-way players too, like this past year too. So
it's interesting because I feel like, and I'll say this, but I can go. He's 50-50 for me. Like I said, I feel like he also he's more of a shocker than a steal. Like, when he got drafted at that position, it wasn't that people didn't think he'd get drafted. It was just more like, oh, he got picked at number 30 in the 2nd round. They felt like it was a little high. So it's interesting, but I'm convinced that you can go either way on that. I wouldn't be mad if he was on the list.
I think he deserves to be on the list because the fact that, like I said, he's one of those names I don't think that anyone expected. But again, like you said, that is tough. It's kind of like divided, but he is a steal in a way. I mean, he was one of the best. Like, how many people were selected in front of him that could have done what he did? Like, that's kind of part of it, right? It's not.
We should look into that because that's what Snubby is saying too.
Okay.
This was the year of locks, I believe, right? This is when Crushy went 3rd.
Okay, Crush went 3rd.
Timely Cook.
Crush went 3rd. Timely 11. Yeah. Shifty 13.
Shifty.
Yeah, Shifty 13. I know Saint was Saint picked before him, right? Yeah, Saint.
Yeah, Saint.
I mean, we're still skipping over Zay at 19 though.
Yeah, I know that
Zay was head and shoulders the #1 power forward last season.
Mm-hmm.
We have to discuss that. That might take a little bit of discussion.
Yeah,
because he was the first power forward off the board though. So like it's hard to.
I mean, outside of Charger, but we drafted Charger.
I think it's a value. I think it's a value position though. Like we said, like you have PGs that go high every year, right? Where every draft in 2K League history will likely always have a PG in the top 10, right? Like there's just certain positions that will always go top 10. There's some positions that just fall because of the position they play. Like some teams like obviously have certain positions that are more important to them, but more common than not, you're gonna see a power forward drop than you are a PG, right? Or like there's.
I mean, you're basically looking at point guards, centers, and locks.
Yes.
Like you don't have a point guard, you're going point guard first. You don't have a center, you're going center first. If you don't have a lock, you're going lock first, and then everything else. Mm-hmm. And realistically, you can even do a lock in the second, but it's point guard, center in the first round, and then lock, sharp second, and power forward's usually your last fill.
Yeah.
You can even slot a sharp in at power forward.
I don't think that many power forwards. Like, where do they all get drafted in the second round? Right? I think that's like second and third. Right? I'm trying to look at this right now.
And we knew at the time that he most likely was going to play lock was Charger before Zay.
Yep.
So let's walk back though. We still got to kind of close the loop on just awkward. So we had 4 locks taken before, maybe more than that, right? We don't know.
And he outperformed. I mean, he was next to. I would say he was the third best lock. Yeah, I mean, he would go timely, crush, and then awkward, right? Is that how we'd go with it, right?
Well, you got crush, timely, shifty, like shifty, and Saint and Charger.
But I'm saying he outperformed. Like, if we're saying performance in season 3, I would say that awkward probably did better than shifty and Saint, right? And that's it. He didn't do better than timely and crush.
One because every person we name has all been retained, which means they all had enough skill for that team to feel comfortable bringing them back. So
what about
what I mean? Like it's tough.
But
like,
what about Spartan? But that obviously, well, Spartan situation is different. That's the thing. Like it's like
I'm talking about in terms of like the just awkward or the locks before him were retained. So we can't say none of those locks were bad.
Yeah, the only person, maybe Rim was the only one. Tactic was technically a lock, right? Trap was a lock. Randos was a lock. Yeah, actually, no. Yeah, awkward. I didn't realize the second round. Actually, a barrage of locks went. So randoms went too, 1, 2. Was Rim a lock? Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was a lock.
Rim was a lock.
Tactic was technically a lock at the time. He transitioned to a center now. So yeah,
I know he was a 6-man, but was he considered a lock too or no?
I remember him being a lockdown. That's what he was.
Lock too. Yeah, so. I guess if you base it on how many locks,
I didn't realize that locks were there. So was
Champ. I gotta butt in here. You can't put him ahead of Charger because Charger got voted glitchy 25 and awkward didn't.
But I think you can make. I know it's funny, but you could make a bigger case that he might be more of a steal because of that.
Oh, a steal 100. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I might have to. I might have to put awkward.
Steal for sure.
Yeah, I might have to put him on now. I didn't realize how many locks in that second round went in that first that. You see all those locks that just started getting taken, right? Like seeing awkward get being like the one of the like if we're looking at one of the last locks to get taken, think about it like that. Like he's probably one of the last locks taken. If we're being, I'm like looking at this right now.
What are 3 and 4? Right?
Yeah, I'm looking at.
Taking after him.
Follow. That's it. User. I know he played locks, so those are 2.
Follow.
2.
Yeah. So they wouldn't even. Yeah. These. I don't know if they was.
No.
He was taking power forward.
Yeah. So that's 2. That's literally 2 locks that starting locks. These are all 6 men at this point. So he was the third. He was one of the bottom 3 locks taken in this draft. So that's very
he was third to last lock.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
If you go by that, then he's a 50-50 to me, and I can see you're making a case where I can see more.
I'm putting him on there. I just think that the fact that he was there was literally everybody got their locks right on draft day. Everyone was feeling good, and awkward literally got all the way to the Wizards, and they're that's the thing about the draft. Like that, I think that's the best way you could do it. Is okay, how many people took the players before this guy? You know what I mean? Like I feel like it's not always going to equally be like that, right? But the fact that many people took that player, J Money, yeah, he didn't play PG, so that's the thing about him though. He was a shooting guard. He was selected to be a PG, didn't perform on PG, but when he went to shooting guard, he became a steal.
Harris, you already took care of that. We made it clear that no plugs can take this from him. No plugs can take this.
No, I listen. I don't care if someone does this. Just don't do it 24 hours after I do it. I don't care if you do it. Let the content sink in.
No plugs can take. He already put that out there. I think Zonox was in here when he said it. So
yeah,
that no plugs can take it.
I'm just like I said. I don't care if people do content. Just give it a little space. Again, but anyway, like I said, I'm putting awkward on the list. I think awkward.
Harris, let me borrow $20. You got that LeBron James. You got mad money now. Let me get that $20. Let me get $20.
Wait, you got wait in Top Shot?
Wait, Harris got the 5K LeBron?
Yep.
Oh, jeez, man, he's gonna be he's gonna be paying for his wedding with that. What do you mean?
What do you mean the wedding? He just paid for that vacation with it.
Yeah, if he just sits on that LeBron, it's gonna be even worth more.
I was gonna say, damn, man.
All right, what's the list look like? What we got?
Hang on.
On there now.
I just threw awkward on there. Hang on, I'll take it. I'll open it up. You guys also can see it in the Discord too. I have it opened up in the Discord for you guys, so you guys can see it. I'm working on awkward. I'm putting him on right now.
Yeah, but awkward can be more than.
No, he's not gonna be top 5. I think he's gonna be like right around here. But Jake was one of the last power forwards taken.
I mean, you got to put awkward above Jake, just based on
the championship.
Championship,
16-0,
but
yeah.
You also got to take shots off.
Yeah.
Because he's round 3. If we're doing 5 and 6 in season 1.
Yeah.
Well, I would have, and I'm just making an argument for you. You can tell me if I'm wrong. The reason why I would have legit over awkward is only because Juan left, and everybody thought they was going to get 0 from legit, and he performed and got them.
He was drafted as a 6th man.
That's true. He was drafted as a 6th man. So even though awkward was one of the last locks picked,
he was drafted.
One of the last players.
That's a good point. That is a good point. Yeah.
I think legit should definitely be number 5, and then awkward should be number 6.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. That's a great argument.
Figure out who falls in that 8th slot.
Yeah, hang on. The biggest thing too is like I think Idris is the only one that's going to be on this list that's not like still in the league. Like, is there anybody outside? Like, is there anybody on here that's like outside the league right now that we're forgetting? That I don't think so. Like,
because the only thing I could
Doze is season 1.
Possibly. When is Doza taking season
1? 4th round. Because I took Doza 4th round, Rux 5th round, Joseph 6th round.
I'll pull it up again.
That could be on the fringe. I'll tell you something. I was thinking about it for a little bit. But I don't know if it's the criteria. I was thinking like Joseph was
again. Like I said, that's season 1. Like, listen, let's be honest. The craziest round in 2K League history is round 2 right here, right? Like this round, if you really take I'm opening this round up right now, right? You got Beast Move in this round. You got Jerry in this round. You got Authentic Nudini. I mean, obviously Shump was great when he was in the league. Dayfry, Slaughter, obviously this past season. Mama, Nate's Finals MVP. This second round is crazy. Like, you could argue a lot of these guys in that conversation, right? Like, if the draft was normal, maybe, but like I feel like a lot of those guys.
That's why Mama can't be a steal, because everybody in this round is goated.
Yeah, like that round. I'm pretty sure. Like I mean, you can argue that round might be almost better than the round 1 in the way. Like,
let me ask you a question based off this. I'll probably not to cut you off. Is this the season 1, right?
Yeah, this is season 1.
So, if Sean Wynn and Beast Move switch positions, does it change Sean's win career?
No. I think Sean Wynn, these first 2 players were your franchise players, right? Like, Jerry and Hood were the franchise players for the Cavs, right? I feel like what your early picks were like your core, right? Those were your big guys, and like no one really took like Moody. I think that's the biggest struggle for Moody, right? Moody was selected 4. You know what I mean? Like
I'm just asking the question.
Yeah.
Chat, anybody in the chat want to answer? I think I've been thinking about that a lot.
Harris, I said that he's a steal, but
what about Radiant at 14?
Yeah, well, that's the thing is Radiant. Like, I think the first round with PGs is fair though. At the same time, like, how many PGs went before Radiant? We had Fab, we had
Dimes, we had Compete, we had Control. Drake was drafted as a. Was he drafted as a PG or shooting guard when they were doing that? I don't
I know
really.
he always plays shooting guard, but I could be wrong.
I feel like who was their
Was
PG?
Kenny drafted? No, he wasn't drafted as PG right away, right?
What was he? No, what was he drafted
We
as?
definitely know JT was drafted as a PG.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's tough though. I don't. Season 1, it got to be round 5 or 6. Everybody.
Either way, like I said, Radiant is definitely in the Bear Reg category in a way, but I don't know. Again, the draft. Again, like I said, the process and how it was put, it was just so weird. Like you could argue Hood's season 1, he was a huge steal at 16 at the time, because he literally, if you think about it, like the amount, like the season 1 Cavs is still crazy, right? Like they I think they played under what they were expected, in my opinion. Like they played great, but I still, like I said, that's my own opinion. Champ rules. Adam writing in the chat.
So let's get it. I see everybody's talking about God of 2K. You had God of 2K on, but the chat did convince him to take him off. So if I had to put a Cav on this list, I would be putting Strain over God 2K. I think Strainer got drafted. I forgot where he got drafted at.
I'll tell you.
He made an immediate impact on that
like
team.
24
Third round. Yeah, something like that.
round.
Third round.
It was round
Third
3.
round.
It was round 351. It was the pick before J Money.
Yeah, like that's your biggest draft still.
That's the Cavs' biggest draft steal. But Marcus was drafted at 50.
Yeah.
But
it was season 1 where locks started getting taken in the 3rd round. You were doing point guard, center, 1st round, 2nd round.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. That's season 1. Like I said, it's almost like it's a wash. Like those early rounds, like anywhere like before the.
We don't knock the content pin out your hand when you're doing your content. Don't go ahead and knock the champs content.
Are we really working on 4 hours for the
I think
biggest draft steal list?
Hey, this is.
It's it's a conversation. No one, we haven't seen anyone do this, so that's why
he didn't do anything the first 2 seasons. Come on, Harris.
Oh, now you gotta keep up. You already went over that.
It's got to be the first season he's drafted, or he or she is drafted first season.
He or she.
I think we've moved away from only on their draft team. We've gotten rookie career
because
campaign.
my thing is Harris, because like we were there earlier. I think Harris came in late, but Harris earlier I said Yusuf. This year Yusuf got drafted at 53. He was all defensive team. He's been back-to-back all defensive teams since this pick. Like that's my thing.
That's the comeback player. Like you can say the same thing for
like Reese when he got drafted in both those years. I mean, he was solid. He wasn't what he was in season 3 though. Like
we want to do most improved.
Like
Yusuf, sure. Kenny,
yeah,
sure.
Reese, yeah, hell yeah. Nudini, yes. Like
Nudini, yeah.
Like there's a lot of people you can put. You can put Slaughter on that list. Like I mean,
so we
Yomar
got the put in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Comfortable. I like Jomar too, but he said
we got 2 slots.
Yeah.
We got to do 5 and 8.
Yeah, I thought Jomar should be on the list too.
No, but Jomar,
he didn't. Jomar's first season was 6-man. Second season was 6-man.
And then he finally got a
year
chance.
3. Yeah.
Remember,
where did he get drafted? He got drafted.
That he added value season 1.
He got drafted 23 in season 2. I mean, in season 3 here. So like, that's still crazy to think about though. A guy that like, again, didn't get many reps in season, but ended up getting drafted early 2nd round. That's very impressive. You know what I mean? Like it's very impressive. But again,
so we gonna talk about Chess going undrafted and then going 1st round?
Yeah, no, that's a huge jump. You know what I mean, he's definitely like that's like again now, but again I can't add him to my most improved until he plays this season, right?
Well, and that's what's crazy. Chess got drafted, FT didn't. So FT might be the only undrafted player that we can talk about in terms of improved or not improved.
But I feel like it's situational.
He's not drafted, so he's already there. Whereas Chess didn't get drafted and then got drafted.
Yeah.
So like FT is going to be that outlier of never actually drafted and protected.
The Zoom, the Mihawk, if you want to go, is that what you're answering, Frank?
Yeah, I'm about to answer that. Feast fell into the God 2K world where it was like, if it's not 5th or 6th round in season 1, you really can't be still, because to Adam's point too, people were drafting by position. So you can't really.
like
If you're not fifth or sixth round, you can't judge it that way.
Shots
Like,
and time, shots and timely.
Fifth and sixth round were the picks that nobody thought would do anything. And so if you got added value out of those picks, those are the picks that should be quote unquote steals.
Yeah, shots and timely
Right now,
would fall over them, I think.
Yeah, like if you look at that list, you can't tell me that ZDS is a steal and then make an argument that Feast was a steal. ZDS was the bigger steal. If you have the base on that, Feast could have been a steal, but he's not the bigger steal.
I mean, if we were changing the rules, we could go with Haza.
How was Seam in season 1? How was Seam? I don't know. I don't remember how good his number. I know he was good. He was solid.
Seam was good in season 1.
Yeah, like
he was the top rated shooting guard going into season 2. And remember, everybody thought he was going to the Knicks, and the Knicks picked Malik, and then he went right the next pick.
Yeah. So like, could we argue that he's on the list because he got picked at 68? Now, this is a guy again, like I said, like he falls in the category of an Aegis or ZDS, right? Because he wasn't really known. He got selected at 68.
He didn't have a lot of team success, so that team didn't have a lot of success.
Yeah,
that was the team that didn't make the playoffs. That didn't make the playoffs.
Yeah, it's like a combination.
I mean, Speedbrook at 70 season 1.
What about Lavish?
Mr. Green
is
like, Speedbrook was round 5 in season 1, and he was good on the Celtics.
Where did Perfusion go? He went round 4.
Yeah, round 4. It's interesting.
Oh wait, and Doza was round 5. Russ was round 4.
Type went round 4, and Type ended up like obviously like he performed really good in season 2, right? And I mean he didn't do good in that initial season, but he still did good for the. Could he be on the list, Type? Because
where did he go?
He stayed on the. He stayed on the Warriors the next season. It was like he did.
Yeah, but he went round 4 season 1. Remember, season 1's 5 and 6.
Yeah.
And let's say if I had to pick someone from round 4 for season 1, it would only be Kudo on that list. Like I would Kudo by far like. Defy expectation. Like if that, so like I can't make a argument that Type had a better season than Kudo did.
Because you also got to look. Steez went 55, and I'm not saying Steez and Type are equal in terms of like performance on the court, but Steez in a locker room and like addition to a team, they went 3 picks from each other.
Is there any other first round players in season like we talked about Bear, we talked about Reg? Is there anybody else like Breadwinner? We wouldn't say Brett. Like we talked about Zay. He falls in the category of a Zay Bucks though too, right? Like
I don't think Breadwinner fell. Like
he's like that Zay Bucks. Like I feel like every year we have a power forward. Is there a power forward that happened to this year too? I'm actually curious. Like I have the.
I mean, Brett was projected mid to late. Yeah. At highest he was 11.
Hang on.
At like the highest, but Brett was going to be like 11 to 20. Same thing like Malik at 20 was like 15. So they didn't fall per se.
Wow. Well, no, I don't know if Majet. Who's the powerful? I'm sorry. I was just looking at this year's draft. I wanted to see who was like that breadwinner. I feel like LeBron was the breadwinner that okay, he didn't drop.
D-Law.
Oh.
Oreo at 21 is interesting.
So could he be like the bread or Zay Bucks of this draft? I think maybe.
I mean, but Colt going 17 is interesting too.
I would say it would be LeBron. I think people projected him to go a little bit higher, possibly.
Spartan? Well, Spartan. Well, this year, I mean, he kind of no, it's not Spartan because he kind of.
Can't be Spartan, but I would say that's
LeBron. Yeah, he could be that guy. Let me pull it back up though. Yeah, I was like just looking at that. Yeah. This draft was a little different too, because like this year, like I said, like every year, I feel like people needed PGs, and this was the first year that like it became like this draft's unique in its own way.
Yeah, Adaruba got us off topic right now. Let's get back.
Yeah.
Harris came in and was like, "This has to be the longest time spent making a list," and I told Harris, "I'm gonna make it the #1 longest time spent trying to make a list."
All right, so we only got 2 more slots to fill. The conversation is, I think currently, you go with God or 2K, but if you go with God or 2K, that means you have to put Feast on there. Well, I think Strainer should probably get it over both those 2 gentlemen.
So, can I just ask you guys a question? Like, all right, so the main criteria for our thing, it has to be the year they're drafted, right? They have to perform, like,
correct.
All right. They can't get drafted twice and like perform great. So Yusuf can't fall in the category because he did not do good the initial year he was drafted. So he.
Correct.
Okay.
I mean, what about Chalk?
Nah, because he wasn't. I think he went where he was supposed to go. He was projected to go there. Like he wasn't going to go.
But was he a steal in that he wasn't projected to be as good as he was? Because he went where everyone was projecting him to be, but we were projecting him to go there because teams didn't think he was going to be as good as he was.
I think they thought after the draft, I think they thought he would be good, but the team wouldn't do that. Where he over.
Oh, okay, I see what you mean.
Where he overperformed was that he played well and the team played well, and they made they made the playoffs. I'm sorry, they didn't make the playoffs.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I like
Rand. Wait, but would Rand on Rand? Where would Randos be? I'm not saying
I like Strainer over.
Nah, if you got Awkward, you can't have Randos.
Yeah.
And that was the argument made for Awkward.
Fox, you have a few ideas.
So wait, where did Turner go in season 1?
Turner went Cavs late.
5th round?
Yeah, he was late.
Because Savage was their 6th round pick. So Savage went 6th round.
I got you guys.
Turnip might have been 5th round.
I'll tell you in a second.
Because it was what? Jerry and Hood 1,
yeah,
2.
5. Yeah, Turnip went pick 5. I mean, round 5,
Marcus
84.
3.
But
who was their 4th round pick?
Their 4th round pick was Toxic.
Yeah, so Toxic Turnip 5th round.
Technically, if they were filing under our criteria.
And he went in the expansion draft. I still think Kuda, but that's 4th round. We got to do 5th round.
Yeah.
I mean, we could make an argument for Kuda. I think Kuda could be on the list just for what he did season 1. And it's the same argument. It's not the same but it's the same argument for Idris pretty much.
But like we have to also say that like people took certain PGs over other PGs, right? So like Kuda outperformed a lot of PGs, but he also had a very bad season 2. Like
we're not counting that. Remember, we said the first year body of work.
Well, in first year body of work, Kuda was the 3rd to last point guard taken, right?
Yeah.
It was Kuda, Doza, like a pro.
Yeah, there you go. So he definitely. That's why I said if I had to pick anybody from the 4th round in year 1, it would only be Kuda, in my opinion.
And there were 17 point guards. So who's taking what? 15th?
But is he a bigger steal than Baron Reg? Like, would he go at 8?
No, he would go before. Yeah, he would go at 8.
He would go at 8. Yeah.
Yeah, he's the biggest steal than Reg.
Because to get your championship point guard who turned up in the ticket and won them the finals. To go in the 4th round as the 15th overall point guard taken in the draft,
definitely bigger.
It must be first year. I'm trying to like just write criteria on the side so people, if they see this, they're not like, how the hell is so and so. I'm trying to think of it.
I didn't tell you to do that an hour ago. I said you write the criteria.
I am. It's right behind me. You can't see it because it's on stream. You can't see it behind me. If I hide myself, it's hide.
All right, so Kuda's on the list. Let's get Kuda on.
Yeah, I'm gonna put Kuda. I gotta get a good pick of Kuda, but I got you.
So now we go back to the original argument. Not a 2K or Strainer.
Strainer, but I would move Awkward and Jake up.
All right. I'm good with Strainer.
So do Awkward at 5, Jake at 6, Strainer at 7?
Yeah, I like that.
And then Kuda at 8.
I'll put Kuda ahead of Strainer, only because Kuda had bigger impact that year.
Yeah, that's true.
Wait,
so Kuda 7, Strainer 8.
So am I moving Awkward to 5?
Let me see the list. It's hard to see.
Oh, sorry. I have all the stuff pulled up. Hang on, I'm sorry. I'm doing like 20 things at the same time. Here, I'm gonna pull it up on the stream.
You got a lot of Photoshop going on.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of work.
All right.
I'm adding Kuda right now.
Add Kuda. Yeah, I would put him above. I wouldn't put him above Awkward because they both.
I like him at 8. But no, I like him above Jake. Actually, I like him above. I honestly like Kuda above a lot of people because we have to be honest. Kuda is like technically our Tom Brady, right? Because he went on to win a championship. Got drafted late as hell. Obviously, the draft kind of did that to him, but he got drafted like he was one of the last PGs off the board, just like Tom Brady was one of the last QBs off the board, right? So
the argument is that's a fair argument for season 1 draft only because to Adam's point. based off of the PGs that were taken in the first round alone, that makes him, that makes him a steal because everybody was taking PGs right off the gate.
So he was selected 60.
15 out of 17.
Yeah, I think the way you do season 1 is how many people at that individual's position were selected ahead of him. So like people were basically like, okay, this guy's better than him. Like, all right, so Control was selected before Radiant, right? Like, but the thing is, like Radiant, like
that means God of 2K is definitely out because in that round, all the locks was being taken. So we can go straight with a number 8. We're good there. That cleans up the whole problem.
But. Let me add...
I have to cut you off, champ. But,
no, it's fair. No, it's fine. I'm trying to think. Hang on. But what Strainer? Like, there's nobody else like in his draft class that was better than him. That like he got selected after him.
Not in that round.
We basically got to look at what season 2 and season 3, 3rd and 4th round.
Yeah.
Hang on. I'm gonna look at it real quick because I'm just curious.
Yeah. So like, who was taking season 3 in the 3rd and 4th round, and who was taking season 2, 3rd and 4th round.
Thanks for the gifted sub, Frank. Yeah. Hang on, let me look at it. Hang on, I'll pull it up real quick.
Because where was he? 41.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah. So who was taken 41 or later in season 2 or season 3?
So Strainer was at 51. Technically, okay. Well, J Money's on our list because he was technically drafted the same position as Strainer after him. Yeah, I mean, everyone else after him was not. I mean, yeah. I mean, that's fair. Yeah, no one. There's no one here at shooting guard. They're all 6-man.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I feel like when we do this next list, a lot of the busts are gonna come from season 2. This draft right here had a lot.
No, this season.
Looking as you keep going over this, I'm like, this draft had a lot of the busts.
Yeah, hang on. Let me just edit this real quick. But yeah, I mean, dude, I don't know. The season 2 draft, people talk about that, like, arguably, out of season 1, 2, and 3. I mean, it's still early, but is season 2 the worst draft?
Season 2 and season 4. Season 1 is number 1. Season 3 is number 2. Season 2 and season 4 are going to be tied for 3rd and 4th. Like, for sure, in terms of depth, you're looking at 1, then 3. With 2 and 4 being 3, 4. Who knows? We'll have to wait for the end of this season to see where this year's draft falls. But yeah, season 2, how many of those players are still playing?
Yeah, definitely.
I actually have I do have a Google Docs of that, but I don't know where that is right now.
Because there's only 36 from season 1.
Yep. Well, I can count. I actually want to count it real quick.
Harris keep harping on J Money's answer. He is a steal.
He's J Money and the first round picks. I agree with him on the first round picks not being steals, but J Money's a steal.
J Money's a steal because when we walked out that building that night, the number one thing everyone said was, even if you can say his performance was whatever, when we walked out that building, everyone said the steal of the draft was J Money. So he is by far a steal by more than a lot of people on this list.
There are 6 first-rounders alone in this draft that are not in the league anymore.
Yeah, season 2 had to be the worst draft.
I just want to look at season 1 real quick. How many first-rounders are gone? 1.
That's the GOAT draft, eh? A lot of them guys are
3,
still here.
4, 5. So 5. So this one has 5. This one has 5 in the first round.
Control had a 3-year career. JT just got out. Like, a lot of people still here.
Yeah. They had a very long career, a lot of these guys, I will say. A lot of them did have a long career. And it's expected. The season 1 draft should have less. It should be...
I mean, realistically, we'd have, 37 if Shump was still playing?
Yeah.
True.
Yep. You're right. But, yeah,
I think that
but Harris, he got traded and won a championship. So regardless of what you feel like he did with the Heat, he's still in his season won a championship. So even if you feel like on draft night he was a steal, now he may not lived up to it on a few games he played with the Heat, but once he got traded, he won a championship. So that more solidifies him as the biggest steal in that draft by far. It's okay, you can get drafted to the wrong team. They rectified it, and he won a chip.
He was a big portion. Like I said, it's a unique situation. I think that's what makes it hard. But he was pivotal for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he was.
It's not like he wasn't the pivotal part of why they won that title.
Let's be honest. Without him, they don't win that title.
Yeah, that's why you can't just throw his title in the trash because he got traded. Like that doesn't make sense. That's still part of his rookie year. If I get traded my rookie year, and Adam, keep me honest, because you know I consider you an NBA aficionado. If I get traded my rookie year and I still go on to win the championship, am I not? And I actually was the reason why they won, or part of the reason why they won. Don't I still get counted as being a great rookie? Yes or no? Right? Like
you do. I think the argument can be made based on the number of games he played for the Heat and then the T-Wolves. But, I mean, he got drafted 52 round 3 and then traded for Hood and is arguably as instrumental to them winning the championship as Feast.
So here, I have the final list on the screen now. I finally pulled it up. This is like our top 10 steals.
Love it. Now let's get to the list everybody's here for.
The bust list? Oh, man. That's trouble. All right, let me save this list real quick. That's trouble.
While you're saving this list, I need an explanation on your top point guards list.
Okay. Who do you need to... Do you want me to pull it up? Yeah. Or I can pull it up for you. Again, like I said...
Were you being completely sarcastic?
Are you talking about the one I just did on stream, or are you talking about the one I posted on
I'm talking about the one that got posted on
Twitter.
Oh,
you can ask the chat. Oh, you weren't here for that, Adam. That was literally done by the... I did literally an entire thing of polls to see who
the troll.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a troll post. Thank
yes.
God.
Yeah. No. No.
Yeah, 19. I'm like, that's crazy.
I had Bohio number 1. I had freaking Chalk at 23. I like
Chalk at 23. Okay.
Yeah. Wait. Listen. You know me by now. No. Listen.
That's why I had to ask if it was real or not, because I do know you by now.
Jeez, man. The fact, I'm more worried the fact that you guys thought that was a real list. I'm more.
I had people hitting me like, "Yo, he got banned at 19." I was like, "What?"
Yeah, no, you're not gonna lie though. See, like I said, I did polls. I literally did player versus player, right? I was like, all right, Chalk versus this guy. I had Chalk originally at 11, and he jumped all the way down to 23, and I was like, all right, this is just troll. It was going good for a while. I will say, CB13 was blowing people away, but actually, I need my 3 criteria. Though. So I said must be the year they were drafted. What else do I need to put?
Had to be the first year they were drafted. The season 1. I guess you can't even put round 5 or 6, so we put Kuda in there.
And we can't even put first round because we got 2 first rounders in there.
How many players at the position were drafted ahead of them?
Yeah, I think that's one of the key factors. Yeah,
players in position.
That was the awkward.
And then importance or impact to team record.
Okay.
I think impact to team record is a good third one.
Okay, I'll add that.
Because, like, you could have players who killed it, but their team didn't do anything.
Exactly. And the overall body of work for that season, which J Money falls under.
So you said the best simple impact to the team success. Would that be fair?
Impact to team success, yeah.
Impact to team success.
Zoom, you got 1 Cavs player. Stop trying to get more.
What are you trying to say? Got it 2K?
Yeah. Turn up.
Yeah. Now, like I said, turn up. Like I said, he's been solid. I think he's been solid. But anyway, the best list of all. We're about to do the top 10. Oh man, this is.
While we're doing top 10 busts, I got a question for you, champ.
Yes.
Where does Ramo rank in your overall top players?
Like all time? Like overall?
Just like overall. In the world.
Man, I'd have to actually put it out on paper, but probably 10 or he's in the 20. He's definitely top 20. He's probably 10. He's like top 10, but I mean, I have to kind of like lay it out and kind of just like really look at it. But I would say he's in that range of probably like top 10, maybe flirting with like 11 or 12, somewhere around that range. But I have to see I have to put all the people, like all their people in front of me to really judge that. But I don't think he would fall far.
Frank, Ramo has a gold medal, and this man said 20.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he a little crazy. I still think only person I would put above Ramo, so it's still a conversation, just based on league build play, is Rhea can kind of go above him. You want to talk about centers?
I said top. I said that he can be in that range from 11 to 20.
I still always have a conversation of just all-time greatest players in the 2K league. I still have Hot Shot and Rainbow in that conversation, and it just depends. They both have points where they kind of fell off the map a little bit, step back, but I still have them overall as 1 and 2. I just don't know who will go 1 and 2.
The only thing too is like, okay, like that's hard to rate right now because like some players only have 1 year, right? Like so people are gonna rate certain players like higher or lower based off of 1 year. Like some people are gonna say Crush, right? They're gonna say Crush is like a some people are gonna argue him higher. He still needs more years, right? He's only had 1 year. Like Jack, same thing with Jack. Like people are putting Jack as like like one of the best PGs. Yes, he's really good, but let's see more years. You know what I mean? Let's see multiple years. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I think Dayfrog played well this season, but he had a lot of seasons.
I think based off of season 1, if we're basing off the 30, you said 35 people are from season 1, then yeah, Rainbow's top 10. But like it's hard to like because you have some players that just had a really good season one season.
What Jerry Ferrera said right about was it not last year? Yeah, last year, only three people made the playoffs, 3 teams made the playoffs. Any team, and one of the last one was any team Rainbow was on. So he has to be top 5. That's without question.
So, but yeah. Anyway, let's do the top 10 bust lists. That's first of all, what's our criteria? Do we have? I feel like it's
number
easier.
Number 1 is season 1, number 4 overall. Number 2 is season 2, number 4 overall. And number 3 is season 3, number 4 overall. And then you can fill out the rest.
That's a fact. That is the cursed pick,
dude. Oh man. Okay.
I've had number 4 in my possession
right?
3 out of the 4 years.
That's crazy.
I think we don't even need
okay.
criteria. We kind of know what a bust
okay. Control Moody. They're from like it has to be first round. I feel like at this point it has to be first round. It's like it's not even outside.
It's got to be top 10. Not even first round. It's got to be top 10.
Okay, so.
But see, it's tough, right? Because we get to season 2 with a lot of bust in it, but let's just base it off of this. Go with that. Obviously, I know I love him to death, but we gotta fall.
Okay, so
have one bit.
Moody. Okay. Fortunately, I don't have a picture of everybody, so.
Saved by his first year. So could have been on there, but he's saved by his first year. His first year was 2 guys.
Who is?
Hood. Yeah, he could have been on it for every other season, but because of his first year, he can't be on there.
Okay, so hang on. Moody's definitely on there. Control, I mean
we have to go winner stays on. We could. I mean, respectfully.
Well, this is just like.
Are we just doing season 1, or are we doing overall?
No, overall. Like I said,
I'm just throwing out people. Like,
oh, okay.
Y'all can pick who y'all want.
I mean, like I said, Control was the 8th pick, so he has to be over.
I don't know.
If we're doing overall impact though too, like if we're doing overall impact for where they got drafted, has Dimes lived up to the number 1 overall pick ever? Has Compete lived up to the number 3 overall pick ever?
Yeah, he did. He did. Based off of they almost made the playoffs.
Dimes has made playoffs twice.
Season 2, and then season 3 they made the playoffs.
I want to go to season 2 real quick. Obviously, Mr. Styles in that draft, he.
Season 2, that's where it gets crazy.
Styles,
Bully, Wavy, Dev. Technically, Mo, because he was drafted at.
Doze at 15.
Pro,
are we doing first ever draft though? Like, are we doing the same thing where it's your first time drafted or just any draft?
I don't know. That I'll leave that to.
Oh,
because Dev at 13, Doze at 15, Slay at 17, Pro at 18.
Dev at 13.
Season 2, you can do a top 10 bust just season 2.
Yeah. Season 2 was the worst draft.
Bohio has to fall in. I'm just taking Nate. I'm taking all the 4th picks first because it's funny that Adam said that, but he's not wrong.
No, he's not wrong about that. That's the cursed pick. Speed said you just had to go to winner. I just had to be honest. Like he falls in that category.
Is there anyone in this? Is Glenn gonna be in the category?
Glenn. You could even say Expose.
Yeah. Oh my God, dude! I can't. Why?
Does can't guard Rob fill in that on that character? He had a bad year. He did get retained though, but he did have a bad year.
I mean, the thing is, like, I feel like 15. Like, what's our expect? All right, top 10. Those are franchise-changing players, right? Like, that's our. Like, all right, we
So
can't.
that's why I think the top bust should just be out of top 10.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this, because right in the NBA, right, the lottery goes to 15, right? Technically, right?
Mm-hmm. Do we
Well,
want
I
to
agree.
start at 10 for season 1, so it's 17 teams, and then expand it when we like added teams, or just like lock it at what is our lottery this year? 15, 14?
It was 12.
Like
I thought
15 is
it was 12.
lottery.
Because the Sixers had they got the last spot in the lottery.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So this year was 12. Okay.
Yeah. So.
Well, and so season 2 was weird because the expansion teams got 10 and 11, and then season 3 they got 5, 6, and 7.
That's interesting.
You want to just keep it top 10? That might make
Yeah, I think it has to be top 10 because I'll be honest with you, anything after 10, those aren't really players that are like. We have to remember how big. Like, Bohio was literally supposed to like, you know what I mean. Like, we have to also think of the people that were selected after him too. You know what I mean? Like, we talk about people like this guy was basically drafted over, you know, Splashy, Reg, Chalk. You know, like that's a big thing. You know what I mean? Like,
and that fits into our steal list of Bear going at number 11, Reg going at 12.
Yeah.
So that top 10, neither of them should have fallen out of top 10, so that fits into that.
So, like, you know, you look at the season 1 draft, right? Okay, Control got selected.
Kev said it's top bust for the lottery.
Control got selected. Control got selected over Radiant. He got selected over. I mean, Hood in that season 1 obviously was great, but he got selected over Mama, who's an MVP. You know, like he got at PG, he got selected over a lot of people. Like I'm just being honest. Like he Control has to be pretty high up there because we're talking about the 2K League goats, right? Like the goats of the at PG. Like some of our best PGs in history. Literally, Control got like.
If it's season 1, it's going to be Moody and Control.
Yeah,
if we're only doing top 10.
Yeah, those two are the only people.
Let's have the conversation about Doms because it was brought up. I think what saves him is his 2 playoff appearances. Outside of that, I think if he didn't have those, yes, he would be on that list.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think
they lost in the first round.
We have to look at Control and Moody's body of work compared to Dime's body of work. Dimes is all right. Did he not? All right, is he? Would we argue he's been the worst first overall pick? Yes. I mean, I think that both Rhea and JBM have been better first round picks, but like Dimes, again, he could have been selected at 5 or 7, or like he could have been selected, you know, a little late, like a couple picks later, and he would have been fine. But the fact that he was the number 1 pick, it's glorified. So. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't think I think that you just keep Control Moody in this first round, just because like, other than that, like okay, Winner again. We talk about players that are franchise changing. Like Winner was selected before Hood and Mama, but like he still did drop after a lot of people. Like I don't know.
I love how Harris and I are swapping Ruben roles. Harris is now trolling, and I'm providing information. Normally, it's reversed.
I know. It is definitely a changer.
To Polar's point, we could also do each team's first draft pick per year, if we want to do it that way too. Like, what player did each team choose first? So obviously in season 2, the Warriors wouldn't get to; they'd only be based on gradient. But maybe do that way. So season 1, it's the first 17. Season 2, it's each team's first pick. Season 3, it's each team's first pick as viable first round picks in terms of who can be bust, because that makes it fair, because everyone's got different needs too. Like going into season 2, not everyone needed a point guard. Going into season 3, not everyone needed a point guard. So people got picked ahead of Reg, but if they didn't need a point guard, were they going to take him?
So would that move Bully out of the category then?
Oh, he was their first pick.
He was their first. He was their first pick.
But
so it would move Keena out of their first pick.
Yeah,
so Keena wouldn't count.
But then that allows us to count a lot of people like Wavy, Dev Goss. We couldn't count Mo anymore.
I think Wavy has to come on the list.
Yeah. So Mo and Keena wouldn't count.
We gotta do it that way. Yeah.
But my thing is, we also have to ask ourselves, who are they going to select outside of Wavy that was going to be better after that too? Because like after Bear, I hate to say it, guys, it was a fucking fall off like that. Why do you think like Famous didn't waited to take J Money? Because no one there wasn't really anybody after Bear, right? Like even on draft day, we felt that way, Frank. Like like on draft day, we knew.
Took Sherm at
yeah, they could take
13.
Sherm.
Yeah, and that but the thing is, sure, that was the only argument that I had on draft day.
Money.
Well, that's the thing. That was my argument on draft day when people were like, "Oh, who could we take?" Like, because people ask me all the time, "Champ, who we gonna take?" And I said Sherm, and people like even then people were iffy about that. But I mean, again,
everybody thought the Dev Goss pick in that moment on draft day, they thought that was a reach.
It was a reach. I mean, I think that Wavy definitely was too, though. Wavy was like people like
Wavy. Yeah, definitely, Wavy was like, "What?" Like everybody was like, "What?"
Yeah,
I love how y'all are sparing me. I appreciate you guys.
Oh no, we already. We don't have to talk about that. We don't have to talk about that one.
That was the cursed.
It's all right. So listen, I know you can't see it because I have my thing pulled up right now, but I literally already had that name on. Like that was the first name I typed.
Oh no, I got it up in Discord.
That was the first name I typed.
But he's a little low at 7. He should be.
Oh no, he's not at 7. I'm literally. This is not in order yet. I'm literally just throwing names on that. Like we're like, okay, this guy was freaking definitely. You know what I mean?
So let's do season 1 real quick, since we're now doing every team's like first pick in the draft.
Mm-hmm.